He's going to have an exhibition with Tyson, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mike is so much bigger than him.
Yeah,
he's
but
so much bigger than him.
he's not going to land a fist on Mayweather.
Right.
It's not after his last performance. It's heartbreaking to see a icon go out like that.
Yeah.
You know, and
but it's crazy also to see him fight at 57 years old. Like, that's
but
nuts.
still, like, he shouldn't have been in there at all.
Joe Rogan and Terence Crawford have weighed in on the wild idea of Mike Tyson facing Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition at this age.
Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather don't like each other. They have not liked each other forever.
Tyson and Mayweather.
Yes.
But they like
Mike Tyson and Mayweather don't like each other.
Huh.
If there's a fight that might be real, like where Mike Tyson might say, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out, or I'm going to try to knock this motherfucker out.
Floyd? They wouldn't fight.
Yeah, because if you look at like the Jake Paul fight,
They're
no
fighting.
disrespect. And if you look at the Roy Jones fight, no disrespect.
Yeah.
They look like they were sparring.
Yeah.
Right? It looked like there was agreements made.
Yeah. Working.
I do not know if Mike would honor any of those agreements.
Really?
If there was a moment
They've
to
had
crack.
beef for years.
Yeah. If there was a moment to really could he hit him? I mean, that little motherfucker can move still at 50 years old.
Yeah.
He's so slick.
Yep.
He's still in shape. He's
Yep.
still
They're
fit.
both-
Joe Rogan and Terence Crawford call a Tyson-Mayweather exhibition outrageous, but still impossible to ignore. Rogan points to Tyson's huge size advantage, while Crawford questions how effective Mike would be, saying Tyson's recent showing didn't suggest he could trouble someone as slick and evasive as Mayweather.
Now they're going to do it again. They're both 50. It's crazy.
You going to watch it, though?
I'm going to watch it. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch him fighting Mike. I think that's crazy. He's going to have an exhibition with Tyson, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mike is so much bigger than him.
Yeah,
He's
but
so much bigger than him.
he's not going to land a fist on Mayweather.
Right. It's
Not
gonna be
after
hard.
his last performance.
Terence Crawford says the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight felt scripted, and he doubts Tyson would land clean on Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition. He questions Tyson's urgency, pointing to moments where he looked hesitant instead of aggressive. Crawford argues that at this stage, it's unrealistic to expect Tyson to truly trouble Mayweather. While he respects Tyson's legacy, he admits it was hard to watch and suggests Tyson may no longer belong in the ring.
What do you think was going on with that, the last one? It looked a little bit like sparring.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was scripted.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen Tyson biting his gloves, and like you could just, it was taking all that he could not to like hit him. And it was just like, it's heartbreaking to see a icon go out like that.
Yeah.
You know, and
But it's crazy also to see him fight at 57 years old. Like, that's
but
nuts.
still, like, he shouldn't have been in there at all.
Crawford says Tyson has other ways to make money without stepping back into the ring, even if the payday is huge. With Mike's name, reputation, and connections, Crawford believes the right people could set him up to earn through safer opportunities without risking his health.
You know, I think it's
needed the money.
it's other ways.
Yeah.
You know, it's other ways for
But what did he get?
people.
He got at least 20, right?
Yeah, but still, I think
But
you know,
I think
with
he needed
all
that money.
Yeah, but with all his connections and things like that, I think people could have put him in the right position to make some money.
Joe Rogan pushes back by questioning whether Tyson has a trustworthy team protecting his interests. He notes that major stars sometimes realize too late that the people around them weren't acting for their benefit. Rogan adds that many fighters are consumed by the craft, not naturally business-minded, which can leave them exposed to bad money decisions, mismanagement, and exploitation.
If he's got people with him that are looking out for his best interest, but you know how it is. When there's a guy like that, that's a big name, usually everybody around him pretends they're looking out for their best interest, but there's always lawsuits later on. You find out someone was stealing money or not paying him what he deserved. There's always a bunch of bull involved.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, especially if you're not business-minded, which I don't know if Mike is, but most fighters aren't. Most fighters concentrate on fighting.
Mm-hmm.
To be business-minded, that's a giant distraction. You got to pay attention to all this other shit. On top of that, it's generally not how they think.
Turning to Floyd Mayweather, Joe Rogan argues that even with historic purses, Floyd's spending is extreme, and his past financial disputes could help explain why he keeps circling back to the ring. Terence Crawford agrees the driver is likely lifestyle, saying Mayweather is used to luxury and may not want or be able to shift into a more modest way of living, making continued paydays feel necessary.
I mean, look at Floyd. Like, Floyd spends money like it's a tap. Like, he's got a tap, just like unlimited amount of money. Money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever, like, there's all these lawsuits. Like, he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where he shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. He gotta show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car. And
DJ Vlad says a longtime, well-known jeweler told him Floyd Mayweather is dealing with serious financial trouble because of excessive spending. Vlad describes the jeweler as an industry insider, someone other jewelers rely on, and says the man insisted Mayweather is broke, blaming a lavish lifestyle and constant high-end purchases. Vlad admits he can't verify the claim himself, but says the jeweler was adamant that Floyd's spending habits have created real money problems.
He's going through some money issues.
Financial problems?
You
know what's crazy? I don't know whether it's true, but I was hanging out at Wes Watson's house, right? He's a big fitness influencer.
Yeah, I know
you know who he is, right? So we did a house tour.
Bald headed dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White dude. Big,
like prisoner guy?
Prisoner guy, right, exactly. So when we're getting ready to shoot, he's got these kind of people at his house.
Right.
And there's this old school jeweler dude there. They're like, oh, this is one of the OG jeweler guys. This is who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Some believe Floyd Mayweather's extravagant lifestyle is what keeps pulling him back into the ring. Maintaining the image, lavish spending, high-end jewelry, and constant displays of wealth creates pressure to keep the money flowing. Without those massive paydays, that level of luxury becomes harder to sustain, turning boxing into a necessity rather than a choice.
If you can sustain that, you don't ever have to box again. But now has to take fights because, when you floss like Mayweather, you can't go down.
Yeah.
You got to stay right there because people are going to peep any kind of chinks in your armor if you're not wearing 3 or 4 big $1 million diamond chains. That's
Johnny Nelson weighs in on Mayweather versus Tyson by pointing to the tension between two legends and the reality of where they are now. He notes Tyson doesn't appear as active in training as Mayweather, who, at 48, still stays sharp with constant movement and conditioning. Nelson also warns that Tyson's ego could affect his decisions once he's in there. And while Tyson's power and style were terrifying in his prime, Nelson says they're far less effective for a fighter nearing 60.
A great fan of Floyd Mayweather. I think at one time he said something like, at least I can walk my kids to school. These two guys have had a spat back and forth between them. Now my worry is Mike Tyson at 58 years old, he's probably not as physically active in the gym, in the boxing gym as Floyd is. Floyd still keeps himself in relative good condition. Hitting the bag, moving around and things like that. Floyd's 48, Mike's 59, I think he's a year older than me. But because there's that distinct between them and it's real, because there's that between them, I think ego is going to get the better of Mike rather than common sense. Common sense is Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather in the day. You look at the size difference between these two. Mike Tyson would eat him alive. But now he's 59 years old. And that style suits a young man. It doesn't suit an old man.
Nelson argues Mayweather's smaller size won't be a disadvantage because Floyd's agility and ring IQ are the separators. He compares it to dealing with a fast, inexperienced opponent. Mayweather's timing and positioning, he says, are still elite. Even now, Nelson believes Floyd controls pace and movement better than Tyson.
Floyd Mayweather, even though he might be smaller, he'll be the one that's got the movement. He's got he's still got the run craft. It's like me getting in the ring with a 14-year-old kid that doesn't know half as what I know, but he's got the pace, he's got the movement. And even though Floyd's 48, he'll still have more movement and pace than Mike. So then it's going to be, oh, I want to get him. So to me, it's one of those you want to watch between your eyes. But when I heard, I thought, wow, really? This is an argument that's going to be held out in public.
Nelson doubts the Mayweather-Tyson exhibition will stay neatly within the rules. He believes neither man will truly stick to a script, even if one exists, and he points to past events like Tyson versus Jake Paul as proof that things can drift off plan. Nelson also says this matchup feels personal. He points to a long history of tension and notes he's never really seen a genuinely friendly interaction between Tyson and Mayweather, something that could make the night even more unpredictable.
In size, as you said, there's going to be a huge difference in speed as well. Are there going to have to be some special rules in place for this fight?
Well, if there are rules, nobody's going to stick to them. I don't believe in a million years Floyd Mayweather is going to stick to any script that's been written in regards to this exhibition. And I don't think Mike will either. I don't think, if there's anything scripted, allegedly, they said with Mike and Jake Paul, I don't think whatever's written down, there's going to be anybody sticking to the rules, because this is beyond what we see on TV. This is beyond this is personal. These two guys worked together previously and still do probably, but I've never seen an interaction, a positive interaction between Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. I just haven't.
Evander Holyfield leans toward Tyson as the favorite against Mayweather, saying one clean shot from Mike could end it. He acknowledges Floyd's speed, agility, and experience, but believes Tyson's raw power is the ultimate equalizer. Even with mixed reactions to Tyson's bout with Jake Paul, Holyfield says he trusts Mike's skill and competitive fire will show up when it counts, and he stands firmly behind the heavyweight legend.
Wait, hold up. Are you saying you got Tyson?
I got Tyson.
You got Tyson over Mayweather? That's huge. Well, I just got Floyd because he's younger, 10 years younger, fast, elusive.
Yeah, but I hear bigger punching, man. You're gonna get toe up.
Really?
Well, of course.
So if Tyson lands on Floyd, Floyd's going down?
Yeah.
But so when he fought Jake Paul, some fans, they weren't too impressed with Tyson's performance versus Jake Paul. Do you think you'll have a better one versus Floyd?
I just think if they compete, you're gonna get.
I like that. You're sticking with your boy Tyson, though. You're loyal.
Well, I'm just
heavyweight size.
He ain't gonna let nobody get the best of him.
Some analysts argue there's no real debate. Floyd Mayweather is the superior fighter. They say Tyson dominated through fear and intimidation, but Mayweather consistently faced tougher opposition and proved his skill, discipline, and accomplishments over the highest level of competition.
Floyd Mayweather is a way better fighter than Mike Tyson, and I don't even understand how this is a debate. Mike Tyson had this aura about him, this fear. He put fear in people's hearts. Floyd didn't make people fear him, but they dreaded to fight him. None other than Mike Tyson, the icon. Of course, we're gonna get 1 million people in the comment section thinking they know about the sport, but Floyd's been in the tougher fights, and he's just accomplished more.
Rampage Jackson reacted with surprise to the Tyson-Mayweather news. At first, he assumed Tyson would take it, but after recalling Mike's shaky performance against Jake Paul, he changed course, saying Mayweather might actually hold the edge.
News just came out.
No way.
Who do you think is going to win?
It's an exhibition. Tyson.
I got Tyson.
I got Tyson. Mayweather.
He's slick, but dude, look at the size difference, man.
Yeah, but Tyson if he looks like he looked when he fought, what's it called? Thank you.
Jake Paul.
Jeff Mayweather says there's little risk of Tyson trying to seriously hurt Floyd. He argues both men are guaranteed massive paydays, and neither would jeopardize that money, so he expects them to stick to the agreed terms.
Well, Tyson, if there were some prearrangement for this fight, Tyson's animosity, well documented towards Floyd. Any chance that he's going in there and saying, hey, screw all, I don't care what agreement was made, if there was one at all, I want to kill this dude?
Nah. He gonna get a check. Floyd's gonna get a check. And they're gonna get a check that's real huge because of their names. So nobody's finna f their money up.
Daniel Cormier points out that Mayweather has taken very little real damage across his career and still appears to have his skills and reflexes. He questions why Floyd would risk that against Mike Tyson, even in an exhibition. Still, Cormier admits the sheer pace and potential intensity make it compelling and says it's something he genuinely wants to watch.
Can Mike Tyson hit Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather, when you look at him, never took much damage in his career. Floyd hasn't been hit much. Floyd has all of his faculties about himself. He's still fine. Would he be willing to risk all that to go fight Mike Tyson in an exhibition? But the exhibition actually be fought at a pace and at an intensity level that makes people go, I want to watch this.
That's it for today. Stay tuned. See you next time.